Coalition troops in Afghanistan see themselves as fighting on more than one front. There is the shooting war against remnants of the Taliban and Al-Qaeda in the battle for hearts and minds of the Afghan people. The small Afghan town of Khost, near the Pakistani border, is a key battleground. Here American troops patrol the streets in convoy. 10 years ago, Osama bin Laden issued a fatwa, or judgment in Khost, urging Muslims worldwide to kill Americans. He fled into the mountains after September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks on the U.S. Yet frequent attacks in this region against the American base in Khost are evidence that insurgents are still following bin Laden's teachings. American soldiers say one way they fight back is by helping to rebuild the country. Here they give local Afghans the tools they need. Many citizens of this community work to fix a main road into town. Captain Diane Ruddy organizes the supplies needed for such missions. She says she sees her work as an integral part of the war against terrorists.
We're helping the country of Afghanistan have freedoms that they have not experienced ever before in the history of this country.
But those loyal to bin Laden see coalition troops as invaders, not liberators. American military officers halted this patrol after an insurgent attack on an American Humvee on a patrol nearby. These soldiers are being told 2 members of their battalion are dead, 2 more seriously injured. Jeremy Gullett and Kevin Roberts were in a vehicle that hit a roadside bomb. They were killed instantly. The United States have several thousand ground troops on anti-terrorism operations, mainly in southern and eastern Afghanistan. About 16,000 American troops are also operating within a NATO force of more than 40,000. Over the past 7 years, more than 840 coalition troops have died in Afghanistan. There is no official death toll for Afghan civilians. The Human Rights Watch estimates it to be over 3,000. The UN Refugee Agency cites safety and security as the biggest priorities for civilians. NATO claims coalition troops have brought stability, that about 2/3 of the security incidents occur in less than 10% of the country's provinces. Spokesman James Apatharai.
This insurgency, if you want to call it that, is not spreading. It is geographically largely contained. There has been real progress in what is basically a tiny sliver of time, considering the challenges that Afghanistan faces and from where it's come.
Yet violent incidents in recent months have persisted. The Taliban claimed its attempt to assassinate President Hamid Karzai during a military parade in April proved it could strike anywhere. NATO leaders have called on member nations to pledge more troops for better control of the region. But former British Foreign Secretary David Owen says security cannot come from an outside force.
Well, if success is military victory, no. If success is to give time for Afghanistan to find amongst its own people a solution, which may be very different to what we want them to be, then maybe that's all we can do.
Troops here in Khost say they know that part of their mission is to chase down extremists. But the military has also put strong emphasis on working with the local people to try and make their lives better, and in that way secure a better future for Afghanistan. Mandy Clark for VOA News, Khost.